Hello, good morning everybody. How are you? My name is attorney Charles Zavala from Zavala Texas Law here in beautiful Houston, Texas. We are immigration lawyers. We also handle criminal cases and also business, but today's video is going to be something about immigration, something called about DACA, which I think is going to be great news for everybody who qualifies, great news for anybody that's friends with somebody that's eligible for DACA, and I'll give you a little bit of a rundown because there was kind of a change in the news recently with the new president. There was a judge who ruled, so I'll give you a little bit of rundown what's happening. So let's backtrack. First off, what's DACA? You've also probably maybe heard of it as Deferred Action or as Dreamers, all that stuff. So when President Barack Obama was president, he signed an executive action where he was saying, listen, there are these kids who came over when they were little kids illegally from other places. But it's not fair to say, hey, you got to leave the country, because they never had a chance. It was their parents who brought them over, They've been part of the U.S. culture. They went to school here. Their life is here. So what the Obama administration did is they said, listen, we will create this program called DACA. And what DACA is going to do, and just it stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA, or Dreamers, right? So what DACA does is allows these people, as long as they qualify, and I'll go through the qualifying eligibility soon, as long as they qualify, they can get what's called DACA status. It's not a green card, it's not citizenship, but it's something, right? It allows them to be here legally and it allows them to work, which is huge, right? So that came into play with President Obama. And then Trump came in, and Trump, as part of his kind of tough immigration policy, put a stop on it, right? So no one could apply, all you could do was renew. And even that was kind of in jeopardy for a little bit, because he was challenging it. But today is what? December 8th, 2020. It is a Tuesday. Recently, very recently, a judge said, listen, Trump and your group, you guys closed off DACA wrong, right? And because of that, you need to re-implement it and start accepting applications again. Holy moly, that's fantastic, right? Because there were a lot of people who were eligible who never applied at the beginning. So that's what the judge says, right? But, Department of Homeland Security, which is the immigration kind of powerhouse, the immigration agency, says, whoa. Even though that judge said that, we're still not going to do that, okay? So once again, the judge came back and said, listen, fellas, I told you very strict instructions that you guys did it illegally and you guys need to open it back up. So, voila, here we are today, where you've probably been hearing about the news if you kind of pay attention to it. DACA is now open again. This is fantastic. This is fantastic for anyone who is eligible for DACA or who was eligible for DACA. Because what we need to do now is make sure we don't sleep on it. Because I know a lot of people who were eligible for DACA and didn't do it because, A, they didn't know, their parents didn't tell them, they didn't have the money. Scrap all those excuses aside. It's open again. We need to put in the application so that you're not stuck in this situation. Okay, but now the question is going to be like, well, how do I know if I'm even eligible for DACA, right? So I'm going to run through the checklist. It's pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, you could always call us. But since this kind of new ruling we have had the phones ringing nonstop saying, hey, I need to apply for DACA, help us do it. So here we are with you guys. Let me give you the checklist real quick. So this was the initial criteria for DACA, okay? So may it change in the future? Maybe, but this is what we're rock and rolling for right now. So you have to be under 31 years of age, not now, but on June 15th, 2012, right? So just subtract those years. In 2012, June 15th, you had to have been under 31. You had to come to the U.S. while you were under 16 years old, okay? Those are important. You've had to have been here in the USA. Since you've came here, present, right? It's not like you could have come left. No. Since you've come here, you have to have what's called continuous residence. So back 2007, right? So that's when DACA all started. I think it was June 15th, 2007. So you have had to been here from June 15th, 2007. If you're here before that, great. If you came here after that, they tried to expand DACA and they kind of froze that for a bit. So the magic date is going to be June 15th, 2007. You have to show that you have been here since then. The way you can do that, school records, vaccination records, there's a lot of different ways to do that. You have to show that, let's see here, that you were in the country when you requested for DACA. Obviously, you can't request for DACA if you're out of the country. You had to have either graduated high school or have a GED. Those are important, right? Because The idea of DACA is saying, listen, you're part of our culture now. We want to accept you into the American culture. But at the same time, they put a little bit of a bar or a threshold. They say, listen, we at least want you to graduate high school. We want to give you a reason to want to finish school. So that's going to be a big one. You can't have any significant crimes, right? I mean, if you got pulled over for, traffic ticket or little stuff like that, we can handle that. But what we don't want is if you have any significant misdemeanors, or if you have any felonies. DWIs happen, I get that, so give us a call and we can kind of talk about that to see what we can do. But those are your main ones. Here, let me just run through them again. You have to have been under 16 at the time, GED, proof that you're here, and then no criminal record. Those are going to be what you can do. So let's say you've got all that, you're eligible. Great. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply for DACA. Not only for DACA, if you go with us here at Zavala Texas Law, which we handle all these applications, we're going to do your DACA. We're also going to ask for your work permit, right? What's the point of having legal status here or deferred status here if you can't work? So that's something we're going to ask for here. So anyone that's eligible for DACA, whether it's a family, a friend, if you know somebody, this should be a huge period of rejoice, right? Because there's now something open that we can take advantage of. So let's see here. Today's December 8th. The Biden administration comes into January. For a while, we were kind of saying, well, let's just wait until Biden goes into play just to make sure we don't get any applications rejected or returned. I am going to go ahead and say it's kind of safe. Let's go ahead and try to apply now, right? Because what we want to do is we want to get it in. We want to maximize your time that you're here in the USA. So if you have any questions regarding DACA, if you want to apply for DACA, renew DACA for the first time, give us a call. Our phone number is right here at the bottom of the screen. It's 832-819-3723. We got all those social media handles. You can always ask questions, but give us a call. We're more than happy to schedule an appointment, and we will take care of DACA for you, okay? There is a filing fee that you are going to have to pay, but we will tell you everything. We will lay it out for you. We'll make it as easy as possible. That's kind of the reason why we like to think you hire someone, right? You pay someone so that they can deal with the pain in the butt so that you don't have to do it. But that's what we're here to do, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have any questions or if you're ready to apply for DACA, move forward, feel free to hit us up. We're more than happy to help you. You will speak with me personally, Charles Zavala. I am the lawyer here at Zavala Texas Law, and then we'll take on your case from there, okay? So thank you. Have a great day, and I hope this video either brings joy to you or somebody that you know. All right? Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.